History and something to remember that a day like this, on a Tuesday.
Welcome to our unit. We call this unit Clinic 66. This is actually the surgeries normally used to happen. We're planning to do about 22 surgeries. They're already currently ongoing. We're having 2 theaters running, having the surgeries. It was after normal delivery, repair of the tear. She got a tear for a lot of people, but it's one of those things where
sasa mimi nilikuwa na shida ya inapita. Nikapigia gaina wangu.
All the best.
So she had a mesh repair. She had a mesh repair, and what she told them to do was
It gives me great pleasure to join you today to commemorate the International Day to End Obstetric Fistula. This morning I was deeply touched by the opportunity to meet women who have recently undergone surgical repairs. I've met women who have come all the way from Kitui, Baringo, Laikipia, Nakuru, Marsabit, and Homa Bay. This year's theme, Women's Rights Are Human Rights, End Fistula Now, is a reminder that many injustices still face women and girls today. The theme compels governments and people everywhere to listen and reflect on this pressing issue that continues to face many women around the world. We are reminded that women are prime targets of forms of stigma and abuse, and that we never fully gain our dignity until our collective rights are respected and protected. Today, we speak on behalf of women who have suffered endless physical pain, humiliation, whilst giving birth. Some of them have also been victims of sexual assault. Many of them have endured years of emotional and psychological abuse. We speak on behalf of women whose suffering goes unnoticed, whose voices remain unheard. We support and applaud women like Jane, who have bravely raised their voices through the stories they've shared. These stories amplify the reality of inequalities and helplessness facing women and girls. Universal health programs have contributed to seeing more women and children accessing quality health service in our health facilities than they were nearly a decade ago. This is demonstrated by the reduction in maternal mortality ratios and associated increase in skilled birth attendants. Through the Linda Mama initiative, great strides have been made in increasing access to treatment for women facing reproductive health challenges. The National Hospital Insurance Fund's inclusion of obstetric fistula in its health packages has successfully enabled many women suffering from fistula to overcome the financial burden that hinders their access to treatment. I acknowledge with thanks the efforts of committed partners who have worked tirelessly over the years towards ending obstetric fistula and who continue accelerating efforts to uphold the rights of women. These rights are not only emphasized in this year's theme, but also enshrined in our own Constitution. Beyond Zero has been privileged to have worked with the Ministry of Health, UNFPA, AMREF, Fistula Foundation, and the Flying Doctors, among others. You have supported capacity building of health workers, community mobilization, provision of hospital equipment, funding of fistula repairs, and rehabilitation of fistula survivors. Over the period of 2 weeks, we will have together provided surgical repairs for at least 50 women from across Kenya, and I thank you. Sadly, however, there remains a backlog of nearly 1,000 cases of women living with fistula awaiting surgery every year. This situation has been made worse by the current COVID-19 pandemic, which has not only strained our health systems, but has also affected access to and utilization of health services, including maternity care. Rising cases of teenage pregnancies and gender-based violence has further threatened the gains we have made to end the indecencies of fistula. This year, we dedicated the weeks running from May 17th to the 28th of May to hold the fistula camp here at Kenyatta National Hospital. We recognize the importance of dedicating more than one day to speak about ending obstetric fistula. Collectively, we can create awareness, lobby for, and put in place supportive measures to strengthen the capacity of our health systems, to offer more treatment and surgical repairs, as well as enabling training of more doctors. More still needs to be done to step up efforts to ensure that every new case of fistula is prevented and that every woman or girl suffering from fistula is treated, receives follow-up, and is reintegrated into society. On my part, I remain committed to supporting the aspirations of the global campaign to end fistula. I will continue to lend my voice and support for increased investment to restore the dignity of women and girls. In conclusion, however, let us remember that we still need to pay attention to other prevailing diseases and conditions affecting us all especially during this time when we're fighting COVID-19. Let us be cautious and vigilant in order to stay safe. Asanteni sana, and God bless you.